Happy birthday, Jean-Paul. Is it your birthday? Are you 8 today? Well, you ate all your dinners. Hello there and welcome to today's vlog. I'm downstairs at the moment because, well, I've been downstairs a lot actually this week because we've been decorating like mad really. We're in the process of having some workmen in next week to put a new floor in basically. We've been in this house for 8 years, 9 years now actually, and we've been meaning to put a new floor in, well, since we got in really, but like everything, when you first move, everything's super expensive, you know, you can't afford anything, so we had to wait a bit. Then we got Jean-Paul, who basically loves wrecking everything. We thought he'd grow out of it, and you know, you hear from people all the time that just wait until your dog's 2, he'll stop chewing and, you know, will start behaving himself, and that actually never happened with Jean-Paul. He's just really naughty, so we just put it on hold, and we were just in a position to have the floor done you know, 2 years ago, and of course the pandemic struck, so that was just put on hold again really. Because I've got FND, we were just really reluctant to have people in because I'm trying to avoid COVID like the plague really, so yeah, that's why we've been putting it on hold, and it will just be really nice to get it done because we've been living with the most disgusting carpet in the front room. I can't believe it's nearly 9 years now. It's basically dark pink and just the most awful colour, so it's, yeah, the reason why I just don't film in the house really, because I hate it so much. So hopefully that will change and you'll be able to see a little more of you know, Jean-Paul kicking around, because he's rarely in the studio because, yeah, as I say, he's really naughty. So at the moment we're just basically painting everywhere. We've done the front room and now we're just on the dining room. So for this week's vlog, I think what I'm going to do is to show you last week's project actually, which couldn't go into last week's video because it was too long, but yeah, I made the Mona Lisa, so yeah, let's go and see how I got on. So back in the studio now, and I've just spent a bit of time trying to reorganise everything because Ian's going to be joining me in the studio next week while the workmen are in. So just takes so much time organising stuff like this, doesn't it? Just all for a laminate floor basically, but it'll all be worth it once it's done. But crikey, it's taken over the whole house really. So here's what I've done. I've just basically moved this desk where he'll be sitting. So I need to have a think as to what project I'm going to be doing in the studio next week, because I think I need to try and keep it as contained as possible really. So I imagine it's going to be another polymer painting. I guess we'll see how the mood takes me, but that's the plan for now. And while I think about it, just as a follow-on from last week really, I think what I've decided to do in terms of my Etsy shop, and no doubt you're absolutely sick of hearing about Etsy now, because I know I am, but I'm going to continue with having Big Cartel as my main store, as I was talking about, but I think I've decided to definitely keep my Etsy alongside that and just essentially offer a few things for sale. I think mainly polymer paintings, but I'll see as I go on really. I'd love to hear actually if you've got an Etsy store and you took part in the strike, as to what your plans are for your Etsy store, whether or not you're kind of thinking of moving, or perhaps you have done already. It's just one of those things where you're like, I'm not entirely sure what the right decision is really. And of course FOMO takes over everything. If I do leave Etsy, what am I going to be missing out on? Is it, a load of sales? Is it just traffic? There's all sorts of questions to ask. And yeah, I just think it's a sensible thing just to keep it going in the background for now, and maybe take the rest of the year just to see if, Big Cartel works really. So that's the plan for now. Big Cartel is where it's at for 2022, and next year I'll just see what happens basically, whether or not it's something I need to move back to or whatever. But I just feel I owe it to myself just to really take this opportunity to have my own store and see how it works out. But anyway, let me show you the rest of the process for my Mona Lisa painting. And here she is all done, and yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I've made the Mona Lisa I think 3 times now, and I love all of them. It's really interesting that whenever I remake a polymer painting that I've made before, I love them no more or no less than previous versions. So yeah, it's just such an interesting process to see how I'm going to feel at the end of it. But yeah, I love this one and I love the other 2 that I made, so yeah, super happy. So I think that's it for today, and yeah, thanks for catching up with me. I imagine next week's vlog's going to be kind of similarly bitty to this one really, because there's all sorts of upheaval going on. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to knock something together for next Friday. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be able to see how the floor turned out next week. So fingers crossed for that, and have a super weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.